daddies. 4 more years. I'm so proud and happy to be with you today, and I thank everyone for your support. And I want to say that we are going to win together. And I am so grateful for the incredible support and leadership, not just in my race, but in these races, but actually in everything that matters in our community. Let's give it up for our incredible organizing teams from SEIU. So I taught my children to canvass when they were very small. And we went door to door and we made calls. Actually, Annie Betancourt was one of the first that we worked on. If you know Annie, she's actually from out this way. She was fabulous as a state rep. So they learned young. So today I got a call, a Zoom call, while I was out on my morning constitutional walk from my daughter, who was with her 2 daughters, my granddaughters, age 5 and 7, from Mechanicsville, Pennsylvania. And my daughter had been making calls. I'm sure the children had helped. So we were practicing. What do you say? I say, oh, elect the first woman president. Okay, I said, what if someone says a woman can't be president? What do you say? And the answer was, my nonna is mayor. I re-elected 2-term mayor. I think it's so important, and I know we have some younger people with us here today. We need to get started young and create these lifelong habits, and that is what makes our democracy so strong. So thank you everybody, and this is going to be historic. We know on the national level it's historic, state, but right here, right in our backyards in Miami-Dade County, we have an opportunity to elect the best of the best. I am chomping at the bit to work with these fine ladies and gentlemen. And I have plans for them. So please help me for my peace of mind, for my mental well-being. Please. Now, I was re-elected in August because of the grassroots, because of people like you who care enough to get out there and make the ask. It's not easy, folks, right? To get out there and talk to people about these things that matter, but you did it, and your members did it, and that is how we won. And it is really about the county's future. 4 more years, I could not be more excited. But we are now in the last 3 days of this historic. It's taken me a little while, but I've come around to the idea that I'm going to have to work with some new people. But it's really a good thing. It's a good thing because we're bringing more talent to the table. So I'm really excited about it, and we are electing, and these are the people to elect. So to be super clear about it, our Chief of Public Safety, James Reyes. I cannot think of a finer person in this country to do this job than this man. Not just because he knows public safety, and not just because he's so smart and so capable and so community-minded, but because we have a lot of trust in Miami-Dade County for our law enforcement, and we need to keep that going, and this is the guy to keep it going. So I'm super excited for him. Now, this fine lady, but more than that, a mentor for many years who put me up to vote to run the first time in 2014. Yes, she did. And this job is not just the clerk, it's not just the courts, it's not just tickets, right? It's really about justice. And it's also about the county's purse, the county's funds, and accountability. So this is the lady. She is the one that I need to work side by side with me to make sure that we are responsible taking care of. of our justice system and our purse strings. So let's give it up one more time. I heard it all around town that JC Nias is like a no-brainer. Like the guy knows elections.
Yes. He's been teaching it. He's been defending it. He's explaining it to the other candidates.
And you know, I say that with love and respect because he actually sued me one time.
I'm so happy with it this time.
But you know, he's the guy, and we're super excited. Yes, we're super excited to have him there. And I am the sheriff right now, and I am the supervisor of elections right now, and I'm also the tax collector right now. But if we gotta get somebody, can you think of anyone better than this forensic? Not only is he going to be collecting that money that we need to maintain our government and our democracy, but he's going to be fixing DMV. All of these people are together, unique in a wonderful way. They all know how to work across the aisle. They all work with everybody. They all have that experience, and that is going to be huge. We also are supporting Marisol Centeno for property appraisal. Actually, a property appraisal. I mean, can you imagine? Like, she actually knows how to do that, and she's been in that office doing it for a decade. So the stakes could not be higher this weekend, and we are so fortunate to have this great groundswell of support. All of you, some of you are lifers. I know you come out every time. That's great. And so we are very close to the finish line. And thanks to you, we will surpass it. We will celebrate. I can't wait. Who can't wait for Tuesday? And we're going to have great success at the doors. And thank you, everybody for coming out. Thank
So, before we knock on some doors, we would like to hear from the candidates.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you all for coming out. It truly is a historic race. When I look around, all I see is one team. You guys got us through the primary. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the efforts of all of you. And I look forward to working alongside you to be victorious on Tuesday. Keep up the great work. Get the word out. I know we're knocking on doors, but don't forget your inner circle. We all know somebody that has yet to vote. Give them a call. Send them a text, let them know, and let them know that these are the leaders that are going to represent all of you. Thank you so much for coming out, and let's be victorious on Tuesday, guys.
I look around this room, and I see friends that I've worked with in the past, and I'm truly grateful. So thank you for doing this. Now some housekeeping. You're going to get people at the doors who tell you, oh, I don't want to wait in the line. Download the list of the early voting sites. Within 15 minutes of every early voting site that has a line, there is another site that doesn't have a line. If you want, come and see me, and I'll give you the list. But don't tell everyone, don't not vote. Yesterday, somebody left Homestead because there was a line. I redirected them to Florida City where there was no line. So we have 33 sites. There is one within 15 minutes of everyone and within 15 minutes of a place that has a line. So I can give you those lists so you can make sure that they don't leave the line. God bless you guys for what you're doing.
So, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, because I know that because of you, we get to have this wonderful lady for 4 more years. So we really need your help, and I'm so happy that you're here, because all of us are on the cusp of winning these races, as long as our voters come out.
Yes.
And we need more of our voters to come out. Some of them are waiting a little too long for our peace of mind. So the fact that you're gonna knock on doors means a lot. Please, I'm gonna add one more thing about an action item. There is a way to get a free ride to the polls.
Yes.
With the NAACP has Lyft up to $20. So really, really important for you to tell people, no excuse, because you can actually get a Lyft ride to the polls and back. We want to make sure that everyone goes out to vote. We want to make sure that everyone understands that these positions in particular affect your everyday life, and especially for all of us to keep this county moving forward. All of the things that she wants to accomplish, she needs people that she can work with so that we can actually move the agenda forward to help everyone. And I know that's why I'm in this race. I'm in this race because we need to have people that know how to do the job, that are not going to go there and play political games, that are actually going to go there to work like I always have done, like I did. And let me end with this. In my special election in 2017, everybody said, Annette's not going to win, Annette's not going to win. And the numbers, by the way, didn't look so great. Like, a lot of Democrats were not coming out to vote. We were winning MPAs, but a lot of people like you guys made sure to knock on the doors and make sure and drag people out. And we turned that completely around.
Yes.
Just on the last weekend, like we're doing right now.
Yes.
So I want you to know we have done this before. We can do it again. We just need our voters to come out. These are voters that really need that extra push. So that's why the phone calls, the text messages, and the door knocking is so essential. Look, the night that I won, all of the media, including the Miami Herald, were on my opponent's party. Yeah. And the Miami Herald had to post a picture, an old picture of me, because they didn't give me coming into my party. So we're going to totally blow everybody away by getting our people out. Help us do that. Thank you so much for helping us.
Thank you all for coming out. This is so important. You look behind you, you may think we're here for Little League, but we're here for the Major League today. So, the consequences could not be more significant, as the mayor has said. These 5 constitutional offices are independent government agencies. We will be making the decisions, independent, but we need to work in a very cooperative way with our local government. So the consequences are significant. Our opponents have got their people to the polls a little quicker than us in this cycle. We know that. That's slowing down. It's not like they have new voters. It's like they took their voters and just got them to the polls earlier. Now we got to get our voters out, and we have a couple more days to do that. We're closing that gap, and it's critical. I know we're all tired. Just make it a few more days. Hang with us. We'll hang with you, and together we're going to win this. Thank you so much.